wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, blue hunts, whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your door and I'ma catch those. Mexicans, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep it score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man, got him hot. Hey, man, can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big scam, when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit her max, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey.
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run for the first time here with Brown. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the 31-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Roethlisberger will throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. This is Brown. Big Geno Atkins there to bring him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Yannick Ngakoue in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication.
A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10.
Hey, 5-7.
Hey, we got Mike, number 50.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go, Cam. General West.
The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Hands up.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Hands up.
Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Hands up.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Another try for Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Dalton on 3rd and goal. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded a couple yards deep. He's going to be stopped here with a penalty marker on the field. I'm not sure what this is about. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Getting the sack, the big D tackle, Geno Atkins. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They had to catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Here's Dalton. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
44.
This will be Dalton again. And this is incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, but it'll be second down. Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Second and 10. Dalton once more. Working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. 11 yards there. First down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Watch the run.
Play action here with Dalton. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Andy Dalton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down.
Hey, Charlie.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually third down, fourth down? They got him on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's first and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Saquon Barkley, his first touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ben Gideon in on the stop.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Bravo.
From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. Going for the deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston. Gary Jennings, his second touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line.
Hands up. 318.
Hey, Tiny's right. Watch Tiny.
Regular. Over here.
Throwing on second and long. Dalton over the middle. He finds Pettis complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. Dalton here from the gun. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's really a difficult task.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 30 on second down, Roethlisberger. He's got Fuller. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Looking deep for Big Ben, intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Anthony Brown. Jennings was the one he was looking for. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half, and you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest, we're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Here's Dalton. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
A first down carry for Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
From the 31, Dalton flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Dalton now to pass. Finding Knox there, complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Dalton sets up play action toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. The Colts on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Play fake. Here's Dalton. Out to the left. He's got his tight end Knox. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Rashawn Melvin. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Colts take over 1st and 10.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals, because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At their 49-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. So Dalton now. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Moongun98's able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Gets this one left side to Pettis. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it.
At 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up. 58.
So they are going for it. Now Dalton steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Texans take over an excellent field position.
180. Check. I got
it. They'll run on first down. Brown. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Right back to Brown. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Mike Bobo.
Hey, wahoo!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse.
And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Geno Atkins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Don't be scared of it. 25, check 25, check 25.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Geno Atkins, and it'll be a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 yards there, first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley, and another 1st and 10 here. From the gun, Dalton. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And that
is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Gold with the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Dawson Knox, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Colts use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Roethlisberger will throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction, because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together. And I got to tell you, I'm beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard gain for Indianapolis and also move the sticks. Andy Dalton now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And Dalton to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Throwing again on second down. Dalton. Throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Dalton going to break the huddle, come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Pettis once again the target, and it's second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on third down. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Hands up! Break it. Let's go. Hands up!
Dalton off play action. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trevor Williams there on the coverage. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Another chance for Dalton. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack. So they were really trying to put the nail in the coffin there already with this lead here in the 4th, but they didn't get it.
Guaranteed it's not going to be a fun handshake in the postgame, right? You just know that there's going to be some bad blood there. And I know if we go to the postgame press conferences, the winning coach, you know what he's going to say, why he did it? We need the points, okay? Because you never know at the end of the year.
And now here's another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this...
Under pressure, they got him again. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. Another try after the first down sack. Dalton gets this out to Saquon Barkley.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Passing, it's Dalton. And this is incomplete. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And this Texans defense stands tall. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule. That if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Now a play fake here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Get out the field, defense. 44. Hey, box drop. 3 bud.
Roethlisberger. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
2 by 2. Move.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6. Not running. Dalton wants to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. First and 10 for Dalton. Finding Knox there, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Let's go one more.
On first down, Barkley. Now they can't bring him down. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second-half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Colts, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Houston, they'll sink now to 0-4. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6.